Hello. Right, so I'm heading off to film some tree houses in Wales just for a couple of days. I'm staying over there in one of the tree houses actually, and going to film pretty much the area and the tree houses as best I can. Basically, I kind of feel like I wanted to have a go at documenting this trip. It's not something I usually do, but I feel that it's kind of an interesting project. It's a bit of a typical DoubleXAir style project, and I thought it might be quite an interesting journey to go through how we operate from start to finish, really. It's a project that's got complications. It's kind of trying to film a treehouse in the middle of a forest with the drone, in a place I've never really been before. Obviously it's a bit too far away to recce, and I've done a fair amount of research on Google Maps, etc. So there's a lot of unknowns, and I think it's going to be a bit of a journey for myself, so I want to kind of share that, and hopefully we'll end up with something good. And at the end of all this, we'll post the video that we make for this company, and you can see how we go about things from start to finish. We're pretty much going from conception to edit with this project, so it's a good chance to follow us as we go. So this is just the entry beginning, and you'll hear more from me when I arrive. Just en route now. Okay, so getting fairly close now to my destination, and you can see it's pretty great weather. It's looking good so far. It's a bit windy, but nothing we can't handle, hopefully. So just a couple more points, I think, before we get there and start filming. Well, I keep saying we, I mean, basically, usually we operate a two-man team with DoubleXAir. It's one person to fly drones, one person to operate cameras, and kind of just someone to have your back, really. But for this project, I'm working on my own with this, which means I'm flying our smaller drone, our Inspire 1 Pro, which is just perfect for things like this. I'm going to be flying inside the trees. It's going to be really tight. It's kind of, there are other people there having holidays in tree houses, so this is kind of a setup I use, which is quite inconspicuous, really. It still gives incredible footage, and I love working with the drone because it gives me complete creative control over what we're doing. I can operate the camera and the drone at the same time, and as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of me in a happy place. And then on top of that, I use the same camera from the drone on our Osmo Pro, which I film a lot of nowadays from the ground. So continuity wise, the footage is just really straightforward and easy to work with. So basically, we're going to be arriving soon at the treehouse farm, and when we do, I'll have a little recce and pick up this point and show you all around, and hopefully start finding some spots to film from. Right, so I'm just arriving now, I think. Yes, this is it, okay. So, just turning down to this road. You can see the treehouse sign here, where we're going. And talk about arriving in the nick of time. I mean, look at this. That view. Wow. Put the van up here. It's good. So we made it. (8:06). Not bad. Okay. Let's go and have a look. Here we go. Pretty steep staircase for a man scared of heights. We're doing alright. Wow, wow. Look at this. So amazing. So this is the stairs we've just come up. This is a little walkway to the treehouse, which is here, and it's amazing. Let's go over this bridge, and here it is. Wow. So we're on the side here first. So I think this is the toilet here on the end, compost toilet. Keep that quiet. And this is the veranda area, and this is the view. Stop that down a little bit. Look at this through the trees. So up here somewhere is where we're going to try and fly the drone to capture this place from above. That's the plan anyway. So going in, I have to adjust the camera a lot here because it's very dark in here. Let's have a look. Wow, this is cool. It's a little camping stove. Some candles laid out. It's an amazing bed area. So I was just chatting to Mark actually, the guy who runs this place, and he said that it's a fairly strong easterly wind today. I don't know if you can hear it in the microphone when I come near these tree supports, but the whole place is kind of creaking quite loudly. It sounds incredible. It's a really nice sound. It doesn't move at all, it just creaks gently in the wind. Okay, I'm going to bring the rest of my gear up and have a look around. So this is the treehouse. I've had a look around. I've actually been out just to fly the drone. It's a bit fiddly tonight because the light goes down over this hill, so the front of the treehouse is completely flat at this time of the evening. So I've decided that tonight I'm going to call it a day and pick up first thing in the morning, because in the morning the sun comes up over here at pretty much 5 AM, half 5 actually, and then we're going to have a great light on the front of this treehouse. So in the meantime I'm off to go and buy some wine and plan some shots and relax and enjoy this place. So we're heading out. Right, so I thought this might be a good chance to show you around my little setup in this treehouse. This is the way you come in. This is the front door with my reflection in it. Outside into the mist. It's not really misty, it's amazingly beautiful. So it's kind of about 8:30 now. It's getting dark. I'm really hoping to get some night shots of this. Let's go inside first. So yes, coming in to the treehouse, ahead of you is this fire. Just shut the door to keep yourself warm. We have a fire which heats the water, and the sink over here, and a little stove, little cooking area. It's my bottle of wine for tonight and my shreddies for first thing in the morning. Early start tomorrow to try and capture the sunrise. A nice little seating area, and then over here's a little sleeping area, so it's a pretty cool little setup. So I've just been out with the drone and done a couple of shots with sunset. Didn't really expect it to happen, but all of a sudden right over the top of the hill there was some amazing colours, and I think I just about got out there in time. It was a bit last minute because we're kind of in the shadow of the hill here. So I'm going to review some of that footage in a bit, and I'll take a look through it and bring up any points that were referenced for tomorrow. So this is where we're at so far, just having a nice little relax and gonna get a glass of wine on the go, I think. Right, so I'm just taking a look back on some of today's footage. Like I said earlier, it's been a bit of a a day of just figuring things out really with regards to how I'm going to make this work with the light, etc. I've got some shots I'm happy with already, actually, surprisingly. It's just that this treehouse is really hidden in these trees. I think you can see there's a shot here where I really was, I don't know if that's going to come out, I was right up to the treehouse, right behind the trees, and it is still obscured by a lot of the branches, so I think there's pretty much one viewpoint where it really zings forward, and I think I'm really hoping that in the morning the light is going to help that, because I feel like there's just so many mid-tones across the whole thing. There's no contrast in there, but I'm generally saying that really happy. The backdrop is just insane, so I got a pretty cool shot earlier coming up across the line of these amazing line of trees. Look, this is where the treehouse is in, so there's a lot going on visually, and there's just these amazing purples in the trees as well this time of year, which is just something that I love to mess around with. So I'm really hoping that they're going to come out with a bit of grading and stuff. Anyway, I just had a look at everything, I'm pretty happy, so I'm going to call it a day and come back tomorrow at about 5:30 to get going again, and we'll see what we can do with some better light. So, right, it's about 5:30, just getting some coffee on the go, but when I've woken up it's pretty windy out there today, so I'm a bit gutted. I'm going to go and have a little look outside in a minute, but I'm worried it's actually kind of cusping what we can do, what the drone can handle for today, so we'll have a look, we'll get a coffee, and all we can do is what we can do really, so fingers crossed we're going to get in the air. I think I've got another half an hour till the sun comes up. It's a bit hazy at the moment anyway, so not going to rush, and I think I've got a good 2-hour window from when. Let's leave that open a bit while it takes. Right, coffee. So it's actually been quite a noisy night in the treehouse. This treehouse is built on larch trees. There's about 6 of them that hold up the frame, and they're a really flexible tree basically. And it wasn't that windy last night, probably about 15 miles an hour, maybe tops. And the trees are long and thin, and they kind of just sway in the breeze, and it just creaks and arcs all night long. And it's quite comforting, but also if you're not used to it, just quite odd. It's a bit like being on a boat really. I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone, but every so often you'll get one really loud, eerie creak in amongst the small creeks, which really kind of breaks your sleep basically. And I think that probably you'd get used to that over time, but initially definitely felt like a fairly long night of creaks last night. I really expected this sort of golden hour sunrise, and at the moment it really is a misty, murky Wales morning. still amazing, but it's not what I want. So I'm just going to keep waiting and hoping. So it's about 10 o'clock. Waited all this time for the sun to pop out. It's just starting to poke through up there. It's already quite far round. There's been no sun at all till now, so I'm really hoping that I can get a few shots while the treehouse is illuminated. I've had a little scout around this morning and found a few other spots I quite like, so I feel a bit like I'm against the clock a bit. But that's just the way it goes with this weather, really. It's also quite windy now, so we're just going to have to do what we can. So, right, we've got some blue skies. Right in the right position, or close enough for now, so let's go. Let's do some drone flying. Now or never, I think, today. I'm going to head down to the canopy just down there on that path. So we're going to fly inside the canopy for now, and then we're going to go further afield. But first things first. So I'm just setting the drone up now, obviously. You see my plans. I'm going to get on with this and we'll speak after, let you know how it's gone. So I'm just strolling back from putting some batteries on charge and getting organised. I've had a couple of pretty cool drone flights today. It's really fiddly because it's really windy and this treehouse is really obscured by the trees from above. So if you fly from the outside looking in, it's quite hard to spot the treehouse, and if you fly from the inside, it's really sketchy because you really are flying in the middle of a forest basically, and the wind's it's still windy in there, so all in all I'm just gonna have to keep trying on this one. But I just want to go and grab a few shots from the ground with the Osmo and sort of have a bit of a break from the drone for a couple of hours while the batteries charge, and then we're gonna pick it up from there. So let's look at this. There's some lambs in the field here, so I'm just trying to... That's me again. There's this little fella over here. Seems very friendly, very curious, but a little bit scared. Right, let's bring that round a little bit. So I've just had a really, really good session with Osmo, which I'm now holding. Just the light has just gone ballistic. If I turn this round, you can see up behind me here, it's just belting through the trees. And I wasn't really planning to shoot that way with the light behind the tree house, but it's just the way that it flickers through the tree branches is just giving me so many options. So yeah, really chuffed. I feel like I've got a lot of stuff on the ground actually now. I'm going to have one more go with the drone, trying a similar approach really, trying to silhouette the treehouse a little bit. See how that works out really. It seems to be getting windier as the day goes on, so I really don't want to end with a crash drone. But I also really want to get some shots, so it's a bit of a battle really. But yeah, so we're going to go back inside and try and set up for the next part, and then we're going to go for bit of a wander later on and see if there's any other angles that I can maybe pick up tomorrow. Last chance tomorrow. I've only got the morning tomorrow and it didn't really get good till lunchtime today. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm covered today, and that just leaves tomorrow for a bonus really. But yeah, happy boy, and feel a bit more relaxed. The adrenaline has worn off a bit now. I've actually got some decent shots in the bag. It's always that thing initially where it's hard to relax till you've got something that you're happy with. So I'm relaxed. Right, let's go and fly the drone. How about this for location, eh? Blimey. Up there, seeing the trees, is the treehouse, and we're going to take off from out here, and we're going to fly up over the canopy up there and shoot down through into hopefully a good view of the treehouse. This is the shot I tried last night, but it was a bit dimly lit. Now we've got the sun on our side, so that's great, but the wind isn't. So we're going to just take it up, see how it feels, and go from there. So I'll let you know afterwards how this one's gone. So far so good today. It's totally different than this morning. The wind seems to have sort of mellowed a bit and the light's really good. We've done a couple of really great flights, and I'm starting to get really happy with what we're getting. Well, I'm just having a quick bit of dinner while I wait for the sunset, which is in about half an hour. I think I got some of it last night, but I might have missed the proper golden hour, so I'm really hoping in a minute that it's going to repeat what it did last night, because it was stunning. There's not much to see here in the valley where the treehouse is, but there's a potential rise shot up above the tree line revealing that stunning sunset. So fingers crossed in half an hour from now we'll get a really good shot for the end of the day, and we'll call it there and relax. So I've just caught this sunset and it was amazing. Really, really good. I think some of the nicest drone footage I may have ever got. I need to look back on the computer, but I couldn't really believe what I was seeing. Just peeking through the trees endlessly, and even some red kites flying around the sky. It's just unbelievable. So amazingly happy right now, and what an end to a pretty epic couple of days. It's been a really unusual one, really challenging, all for pretty much a minute's worth of final video. But that was the brief, and that's kind of how it works really. So I have yet to edit everything. I'm looking forward to seeing it all back on the big screen. I don't have any power in this treehouse, so my laptop's nearly flat, so I'm kind of just going by my instincts that I've kind of got what I want really. So touch wood, all is good, and just going to have a bit of a glass of wine and enjoy an evening of hopefully satisfying feeling. Cheers. Right, so that's it for this project now. It's been a really challenging one in lots of ways actually, so I'm really glad that I took the time to try and document it, because it's been a bit of a learning curve for myself really as I've gone along. All the things I've planned haven't really worked out, so I've had to kind of adapt all the things I was hoping to achieve as time's gone on. With a project like this, I guess it's a case of really just of being here for a day and really just getting to know the land and how the sun works and how the light changes. And until I was here, there was no amount of pre-planning that could have figured that out really. So I've had to just be here and enjoy it and just get to know the way things work and the weather as well. The wind's played a massive part in this, and it's made it really hard to get really long, smooth drone shots. So I'm probably going to have to change my editing style slightly to incorporate the fact that the shots will be a bit shorter. But that's just the way it works, and I'm still really, really happy with everything I've got. This place is incredible, and you can see this is the view that I'm waking up to every day. So, not a bad life, eh? But yeah, I mean, hopefully come back again and try working here again at some point. But I'm going to post the edit up following this video to show what's been the final product of all this work, and hope it's been helpful. It's been really helpful to me, and would like to hear some feedback. So thanks very much. See you next time. Bye.